ladies, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about a really important subject, and that is, why do men like younger women? This is a very important subject when you are looking for, like, dating for marriage, and you are selecting an adequate suitor, an adequate candidate. Okay, so let's give a couple of disclaimers. So, okay, I myself, for one, I am 39 years old. And if I was single and dating, I in no way, shape, or form would think like, oh my God, it's game over for me. Not at all. Like, women in their 30s and 40s and 50s, like, what can I say? There's so much to unpack there. So many hidden gems between us, right? But the point of this video is to explain the human nature aspect of this, the biological reason of why men like younger women, and how this will help you in your selection of a forever, husband, right? When you are just looking for a temporary, like 1 or 2 year sort of situation with a guy, when you're dating someone for a year or two, like he's your boyfriend, when you're not looking for marriage, age is just a number and anything goes. Okay, but when you're selecting a lifelong husband, the age is really important. And when I say men like younger women, is younger than them. But also, this is for the following here is a note to the 20-year-old ladies looking at this video. There's research that shows that men in every age bracket prefer a woman in their 20s. Why? Because they're biologically wired for youth, which implies fertility. Okay, so that's just a biological wiring that they have, inclined for youth and beauty signals fertility as well, right? So if you're in your 20s, you're going to have a huge pool of men to choose from. Okay, but let's talk about, if you're in your 30s, if you're in your 40s and 50s, what do you need to know about this? When you're looking for marriage, age is not just a number, okay? You remember when you were 12, 13 years old and you were potentially like a woman, like you were already past puberty or in puberty, like you looked like a young lady, right? And the boys, when they were 12, 13, 14, they were boys, okay? So what we're explaining here is that men biologically, physically, mentally, emotionally are younger than you at any point in life. When you are a teenager or 12, 13, this is very obvious and easy to see. But when you're getting older in like 20s, 30s, 40s, you can't quite see it, like literally or physically as obviously, but it's there. The fact that he's younger than you, like say you're the same literal age, like you both are like, I don't know, 35, really and truly, he's like younger than you, like 5, 6, 7 years younger than you, like physically, mentally, emotionally. He's going to have less maturity than you. Why? Because men grow and they age at a different rate than women. So with that being said, if he looks at you as someone older, like realistically speaking, like in reality, someone older, you may as well be his mom, you may as well be his older sister, you may as well be a roommate. What we're looking to accomplish in a long-term, forever type of marriage is a match that is adequate biologically and adequate, like, in a social, emotional capacity, in a values capacity, okay? Biologically, it's a match if you're actually younger than him, and this can trigger his protecting and providing instinct. More so the protecting, of course, the providing too, but him wanting to protect you and treat you like his princess or his queen is going to be natural and effortless or easier if you are younger than him, like 5, 6, 7 years, at least 5 years, 4 or 5 years at the minimum. Okay, because if not, he's gonna feel to you like your little bro. Okay, no, maybe I shouldn't say that because I'm gonna explain why I made this video to begin with. One of my clients a very long time ago, one of my students, she refused to understand the impact of age. Long story short, she dropped a really, really good candidate for someone that was 10 years younger than her. And you, if you're in your 30s and 40s and potentially 50s, really be careful with this topic, because when you're in your 40s, there might be something in you that is like urging you to like experience youth and experience, all that stuff when you were younger. So a younger guy might be a way for you to like keep yourself young, like somehow. So this student of mine, she was gonna be 40, and she had this, this anxiety that a lot of women get when they're reaching their 40s. And she dropped a really, really good candidate for this fun, exciting guy that was 10 years younger than her. And yeah, and you can guess how that went, right? So again, if you're someone who has been successful with someone younger, and by successful, I mean someone that has been married for like 10 plus years with someone younger, kudos to you on being the exception. Like, I love to talk about the exception in, different contexts. And again, I'll make a video on being the exception. Congrats, good for you. You have the ability to master the dynamics and trigger the right response in him if you have been successfully married for decades, right? If you are selecting a long-term, mate, a husband, you want to trigger his protecting instinct, literally animal human instinct towards you, right? So never see this as a negative, thing against you when you're dating, because that's just not the case. Like, no matter what like age you are, you'll be able to meet someone older than you that looks fantastic, has a fantastic energy. You just have to look for that person, right? That has that high energy that you look for, right? Because someone older than, a lot of the fear that women have in their 40s is that if they date someone older, they'll be boring, they won't have energy. So that's not true at all. That's not true at all. And there's plenty of men out there that are super energetic, healthy, vibrant, and they're in their 40s and 50s and probably even 60s or more. So look for that and be aware, okay, of this, age factor when you're serious and when you are looking for the best match biologically, emotionally, maturity wise, etc. So yeah, ladies, let me know your thoughts on this topic. There's a lot of women who want to know why men like younger women, and that's just a biological preference. Just like women, in studies are shown to be drawn to masculine features like tall height, broad shoulders, square jaw, and all these things that are like biologically wired into us. It's the same thing for them, but you shouldn't be bitter or there's literally people that are bitter about this fact, and I don't think there's a reason for that. Like again, I said I myself I'm 39 and I feel better than I felt in my 20s. So there's that, right? So okay, ladies, that's it for today. And let me know in the comments your experience with this, okay? Bye now.